Vettel was the guy to beat because he won the Race of Champions a couple of times.
Okay.
And he was just good at everything. And the only driver that was doing a track walk in the mornings, because I watched him do it, and whilst I was doing it, and no one else did it. So me and Vettel were the only guys that actually went and looked at the track. So then I went last because I was like not the star of the show. Like they wanted all the F1 drivers to do their stuff.
Yeah.
And then Crofty, you know, Sky Sports F1 Crofty, who I'd also instructed multiple times at Palmer Sport by this point. So he knew who I was, which was nice, giving me a bit of a big up on the microphone. Then I went and got to do my go.
Yeah.
And you see it now. I guess we can probably let it run because it's not very long being an auto test. I didn't hit anything. I actually got used to using a handbrake and an aerial atom, as you can see here.
I've
never done that before. Yeah, a little hydraulic fly-off handbrake.
Yeah.
These were the particularly important not to clip cones here, and then you had a bit of a stop box.
Right.
And I think some lights came on for a certain amount of time. This was, I guess, so that you could do a bit of a burnout away from some lights and get enough wheel spin that you could turn the corner but not cock it up. A couple more handbrake turns, and then you're into a bit of a donut. And this was, you can kind of see it's like patchy damp. It wasn't like it was bone dry. You see there's puddles around the place. So quite difficult to judge. But I sent it into my donut quite cautiously, but like very tidy.
Yeah.
Final handbrake turn into the final corner.
Nice.
And I knew it was good. And you can see that because I'm going number one, like with my neon yellow gloves. I knew it was a good run. And but I didn't know how good. I got a bit of a cheer from the crowd, you know, a bit of a partisan crowd. I was watching my replays on the big screen, basically what you can see here, a bit of a slow-mo replay of the donut. I was like, that's cool, that can go on socials, be quite pleased with that. And then they announced the times and the winners, and I was at the top of the board. And I'd beaten Vettel by 0.5 of a second. And and it wasn't like I beat everyone because they got penalties. It was only Andy Prio that got a 5-second penalty anyway, and he wouldn't have been quick enough without it. So that was it. And then I got to go up on the podium, get this mega trophy, which is in the video behind me there. It's still my best trophy. And I was like, just obviously completely in awe. Another moment where I'm like, how did I find myself here?
How did I find myself there? Still on the podium with a load of F1
completely
boys.
bizarre. And obviously Vettel had no idea who I was. And this is Jason Plato very kindly saying I was the most impressive young driver at the Race of Champions.
Yeah, young driver.
At this point, I definitely was in my 30s? No. How old would I have been? I can't even remember. 2015, I would have just been turning 30, so 29 at this point. And then it goes on to show like the rest of this video just saying, I did these other cool things, but this was the coolest.
Yeah. It's a great story, man. It's a great story. It's like when we did this